stools. I saw those. I'm like, I'm too old to sit on those.
She just wants a swimmer. I've been practicing. I have one of these in my office. I'm like, I bet you they'll have one on the stage at Playlist. I'll be so good when I get there. That was a double spin. Took me 2 weeks to get that.
Well done. I like the form. It's good form.
You dropped your phone. She hasn't been practicing on the stools, man.
Don't call me out, bro. Okay, hi, I'm Jill. And I think first we should just start by everyone introducing themselves and saying what they do on the interwebs.
Okay, I'm Megan Camarina. Also, you guys make me feel so special. Also known as Strawberry17 on YouTube, and my channel is a nerdy assortment of goodies. We do scheduled programming Monday through Friday, and I basically say it's a channel for the in the closet nerd or the modern nerd that's coming out and they're not ashamed.
Love it.
I love you too.
These are real words that I said yesterday on an airplane. Strawberry 17! She was on my flight, and I was like, is that? Hey! Hi. It was weird.
As I passed it in first class.
No, she's like, don't talk to me, weirdo. Anyways, I'm Shay Butler. I make YouTube videos, and I've been friends with Michael Buckley for 8 years.
Hey.
That's all.
That's what I do. I'm just friends with Michael.
It's overwhelming over here.
Hi, I'm Alex. We're A-Dubs on YouTube. Okay, what do I don't even know what to say my channel is. It's also sort of an assortment of lots of things. A lot of you guys know I do a dating series where I meet strangers online. But yeah, I also daily vlog, which this panel is about.
It's pretty interesting.
So thanks to Michael Buckley, I
I do celebrity news, pop culture, entertainment, stuff like that.
Great. Okay. So let's just start. Let's just do it. So I have some questions here to ask you kids. So first of all, how do you get the courage to start a vlog channel and start to share your life with people? Because obviously then you're sort of putting it out there for people to do with what they want, and that takes a lot of courage. So how do you even start doing that?
I started my vlogging channel in 2010, and it was so hard. I'm so introverted, and I have a really hard time making friends. So talking about how I'm feeling or letting people in when I have sad days is it's the worst. But I'm like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna vlog every single day. I'm gonna be like Charles Trippy, and I'm gonna own it. And I did, and oh my gosh, my 2010 vlogs are real and raw. I have crazy Afro thunder, I just woke up, I'm I just got a vlog. But it was such a good part of my life that I've tried to maintain it over the years. And that's a life bury. At the very end, can we get a video where I say good morning berries and you guys say it's not morning? Okay.
Yeah, I missed your 2010 vlogs. Aren't you real anymore?
I know, gosh.
I go back to 2010, I used to know you, Megan.
No, wait, I still got the Afro thunder. I'm not even ashamed.
Can I ask Megan a question though? So Megan, because I find this a lot with vloggers, they start because they are introverted and now you've been on camera for years. Are you less introverted in real life now?
Yeah, I'm so much more
It helps.
brave.
It helps.
Yeah.
It does help.
It definitely helped. It was such a good, YouTube has helped me in so many ways. I used to be the shy girl. I would bring my, ooh, I don't want to age myself, my Game Boy Color and just play. I would go to parties and I would just try not to talk to anybody. I would read a book. I was just that girl. And through vlogging and YouTube, I've become a little bit less of that girl. I still bring my 3DS to parties just in case things get awkward. But for the most part, I try and start a conversation.
You've upgraded.
I have. I've upgraded.
I think the really great thing about vlogging is that you asked how do you get over that fear of sharing yourself with the internet? But the type of people that are watching these videos are people that like you enough to watch you live your life for 12 minutes, 14 minutes. So it's a really more supportive audience than a lot of other channels, I think. It makes it a lot less terrifying to share the intimate details of your life. Yeah. So thank you guys for being supportive.
And I think these two girls would encourage you to do the same thing, because I've met a lot of people at events like this who are I've been filming videos, I just don't dare upload any. So it's I know there's some of you out there, how many videos have you made with the purpose to put on YouTube, you just haven't put them on YouTube yet? Raise your hand. Get out! This is a YouTube convention! got to lose? Think about it like this. You're going to be dead in 100 years and you won't care then, and you'll be grateful that you did it. That's my advice. You're going to die one day. Thank you.
And also, just to touch on that, is like, we live it, like, you guys especially live in a really cool time, like we all do, because I would say probably not that long ago, maybe 5 years ago, was the era of like, don't put things on Facebook, you'll never get a job. Like, if an employer sees that, you'll never, remember that? Remember those days? Don't put anything on Facebook because, you know, they'll wind you at the mall and they'll rape you. Like,
Then I hate when that happens. When I'm trying to pick up a pair of jeans, that's so annoying.
Right?
It like takes up my whole day.
I know, surprise, never mind. Anyway, but now it's great because you can put it out there and it's a much more, the world is much more accepting of putting yourself online because everybody does it. So yeah, absolutely.
I'm still laughing that you said people will find you at the mall and rape you.
Which I said, that's so annoying.
That's my
right? That's like, I need 10 in the house.
Nobody heard that except me.
Dude, that's what we used to say. You don't remember that? You guys don't
I mean, that's
remember.
a legitimate fear. I see now why you haven't uploaded those videos. Because that's a real scary
You're
thing.
safe now. You're safe now.
But it's true what you're saying. The world is becoming a glass ball in a sense with YouTube because we can all see each other, right? And so we realize that we're not that weird because it's like, hey, she has a big afro, I got a big afro. We're the same big afro people.
It's true.
And it's okay. So it's like, you will find those people that have similar interests, that like the things you like, that think you're cool, just for you, right? Like, you don't need to be like She Carl and hilarious like me. Just be yourself. But that's true. Like, a lot of people ask, like, how do I, because when people vlog, they're like, well, they feel like they should try to act like Charles Trippy, but just be who you are, and there will be a section of people who are just like that, who are like, yeah, that's like I am, you know? So I think that's just general advice, be who you are, but when you vlog, do it, be who you are.
Love it.
Is that a good answer?
It was so great. I'm so impressed by you.
I have sweaty armpits, I'm trying to go like this. It's not that impressive.
So, once you start your vlog channel, how do you like start to get the courage to then vlog in public? And is it embarrassing? I always get embarrassed, especially when I'm out alone and I'm vlogging in public. I'm like, everyone is looking at me. Everyone.
I feel like that has changed, right? Because well, you see it more now. Now when you do it, almost people try and get in your video, and they're like,
Photobomb,
yeah, they like try and photobombs. But like back in the day when I started my vlogging channel, I'm from Modesto, and that's like Cowtown. Like it's barely anybody. And when I would vlog, people would just think I was the weirdest girl on the planet. Like, what is she doing? That is so strange.
Or how many people have asked if you want them to take your picture?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take your, like, no, I'm vlogging here.
Yeah.
It's cool, I know what I'm doing. I feel weird in my hometown. Like, if I go to my hometown Walmart and I'm like,
Do you feel
oh,
like a show off?
there's Mr. Deal, he was my 8th grade science teacher, I feel weird. Yeah,
Like showing off
especially
a
because
little.
like now that people know who I
Yeah.
am, so it's like, oh, there's Shay being a YouTuber. But if I'm in LAX, I don't care. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you'll never see any of those people again. But if it's like my dentist, I'm like, oh, this is weird. I feel
Yeah. It's definitely changed over the years.
I feel like a lot of people in general now are recording themselves into Snapchat or taking selfies. It's like people don't know.
I'll be driving and just seeing people on the street vlog. I'll honk and be like, hey, you don't know how to shit dark. I'm trying to give myself a shout out in their video of somebody walking down the road.
Actually, that's a great point. I was just about to say that. I completely agree. It's like the way that technology has changed is that now everybody's a vlogger. Like whether you realize it or not, you don't have to have an actual physical camera in your face. Your phone, when you make a Snapchat story, that's a vlog. Like you've made a vlog. You may not realize it, but that's a like how many people Snapchatted today? Okay, so there you go. So if you guys have a story, you're all vloggers. And, you know, you could put that on YouTube if you wanted to, but just the fact that it's on the internet, you're a vlogger.
The term vlogging is interesting because it's still, I feel like, not really mainstream. I don't think it's mainstream to your phone autocorrects to vlog and not vlog, right?
Always vlog.
So annoying. Where's Steve Jobs? He would have fixed that if he was still here. But yeah, like what would you, I think a good question maybe for the panelists, how would you define vlogging? Like you say it's a story. What is vlogging and how and when will it kind of become mainstream? Like I feel like it's still a little bit rare to know what vlogging is.
Yeah, we didn't like the word back in the day. We didn't like the word vlogging, and then we would go to these events, and like I was like, oh, I'm the host of the Buck Show, and then someone would say, I'm just a vlogger, and there was that weird little stigma of, oh, I'm a vlogger.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting word.
Well, you think about that thing where there's people who are, actors and comedians, and they take it very seriously, right? Like they're trained professionals or whatever. But that kind of annoys me, right? Because it's like, I'm just a vlogger. Oh, you do skits and music videos. You're so much more talented. But in the end, you're just trying to tell a story with your content, right? Like you're trying to portray an emotion that's inside here. That's what language has done. It's been able to finally take out what's in our brain and hold it in front of our faces so that we can look at what we're thinking about.
But vlogging has changed so much too since when we got started, because I remember in 2011 when there was that big wave of the like O2L, Gen X Pen, love that girl, and then the UK bloggers. Yeah, but like when I think of I guess when I got started, a vlog was sitting down and just talking about my day or something that I did. But then you're a daily vlogger. You vlog throughout your whole day, so there's all these different elements to vlogging and being a vlogger. Even this panel, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I vlog enough to be called a vlogger, but I guess I do unscripted on my channel. So does that make me a vlog? It's confusing now, right?
I think it just shows bravery. I think vlogging is hard, right? So it's like I think you're willing to share your life, right? Like it's a daily thing. It's invasive. And I think it's something that takes courage and like just to be, hey, there's a vlogger.
Oh my god, that was so scary.
He's vlogging. This guy's just vlogging. It's cool. It'll be on the internet.
Oh my god, I thought you were Godzilla.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my goodness. Why didn't you guys warn us?
That's a real vlogger right there. He's working. We're up here like, here's how you do it. So I was like,
Did he forget his sunglasses?
That scared the crap out of me. I thought that was like a crazy fan. I'm like, shit, no!
and you didn't do anything. You just
No, they're gonna get you first. I have time to escape.
I would have offended you. I was getting ready to do some wushu Power Ranger moves. You're good.
No,
Like what you were saying about Snapchat being a vlog, what about thoughts on that? Like I've noticed now some people download their Snapchat story and upload it to YouTube, and that's their vlog.
Micro-vlogging.
it actually, just a personal pet peeve of mine is the sideways Snapchat.
I hate the sideways
Does that
Snapchat.
bother me? It's so inconvenient.
I just did
it's
that,
oh, God.
so...
Anyway, sorry Toby Turner, I love you, but it drives me crazy. It's funny because some people, I think that's why they're doing it, is because they know that like they're vlogging, so if they do it like this, they can just download that story and upload it. But to go back to what Shay was saying, like, the thing is, like a lot of people, and also what Michael was saying about the stigma of vlogging earlier, which still kind of exists, is that it's like a lower form of entertainment. Like it's not a polished production. So it's like, sometimes people that make polished productions, sometimes vlogs can get more views than a polished like corridor digital production. And it's just like a vlog from Tyler Oakley, but right? But see, that's exactly my point, is that no matter what you're putting on the internet, the purpose of it is to elicit an emotional reaction, whether that's excitement, whether that's sadness, whether that's happiness, whatever. So as long as you can get that reaction, it really doesn't matter what you're putting out there. And that's why a simple vlog can get more views than something that's a Hollywood quality production, because the audience is connected with it on a deep level.
The thing with vlogs though now is like they're not polished, right? We got great cameras. Like there's people shooting vlogs in 4K. Like you watch Jesse from Prank vs. Prank, he has like, right? Like he has cool like panorama shots. Like there's some real like cinematography in these vlogs. And it's not just like talking to a camera. It's like you get to see Philadelphia. You get to like be down there at the Liberty Bell with Jesse. Like it's a whole experience. So like to like devalue vlogging, but like I'm just a vlogger. It's like, well, I am sharing my life with thousands of people. Like that's a pretty cool, courageous thing. So yeah, if you're just a vlogger, that's just pretty dang awesome. So
Well said.
give yourself a hand.
Mic drop.
I like that you said storyteller. You're a storyteller.
Kidding, I got more to say.
You're a storyteller. You're a storyteller.
It's like you're. I feel like I've gained the skill to try to entertain people, no matter what's going on. be able to be in Target, but somehow make that really entertaining for someone.
That's very true. I mean, if I look and try to say, like, what have I gained? Like, how have I changed? Like Megan said, she's gained so much from YouTube. Like, I can communicate way better than I used to be able to. Like, and that's a commodity. That's a valuable thing to have to be able to express yourself. And people will pay you money for that. I recently got paid a lot of money for doing that. Anyway, so, like, talk, communicate. Like, that's valuable. And vlogging definitely helps you learn how to do that.
I find that I speak more properly now. Like,
You lose the because you edit yourself and you're like, shut up, quit saying that. I hate you.
Exactly.
I say that to myself.
Yeah.
Who is this bald guy on my Sony Vegas? No, but exactly. I say less, and I find that I pronounce words better now because we have an international audience, and not everybody has English as their first language. So when I say, I used to use slang a lot, like something, but now I'll say like something. Like it's little things like that are just it helps people understand more, and I find myself using it in everyday language now.
You know the biggest thing I thought when I was vlogging was, what I have to say important, and will anyone care? And I think a lot of people feel that way just in life in general. And vlogging gives you that platform. You'll be surprised by how many people actually do care and want to hear what you have to say. I mean, there's a lot of people, at one point in your life, didn't you feel like you were the only person in the world that felt the way that you did, right? And it's a lonely place, and you're like, oh God. But the internet is an amazing thing because it brings all of us together. I mean, I have people who work for Strawberry 17 in the UK, and that's incredible. I would have never been able to meet them. I grew up poor. Like, vacation was going to Walmart and like getting a toy. I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Now, I've traveled around the world twice. Like, that's what YouTube and the internet and vlogging can become. And so I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, what you have to say is important, so share it.
What about when you're vlogging, what if you're having a really bad day, but you still feel this obligation to do it? Is it important to share that as well so that people understand that?
That's so important. I'm very honest on my vlogging channel because I struggle with depression, and like people act like it goes away or you can take a pill. It's not. It's something that you learn to live with and kind of feel those feels. And I tell people, like, hey, first of all, I'm having a really bad day, and this is how I feel. And then by the end of it, I actually feel so much better. And I mean, that's what you need to do. Vlogging is a gift.
I think that what you just said is one of the most important things I've learned from vlogging is that, I say this, and it's not my saying happiness is a choice. Like, you can really change how you feel. Like, you wake up and you feel like crap, right? Like, I'm not taking that away from you. I do that. I wake up, I'm like, today sucks. Something happened. You're like, have you ever been in a bad mood and you have to remind yourself why you're in a bad mood? You're like, why am I mad again? Like, oh yeah. And you have to think, like, oh, that's... I want to talk more. But I found that too, like after I vlog, after I turn the camera on, I'm like, I'm in a bad mood, I don't feel like it, but I gotta do it. So I'm like, here we go. Hey guys.
It's because you fought that feeling of like, I don't want to do it, and you did it, and you're like, oh man, I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was.
It's free therapy. It is. It's free therapy.
Absolutely, and there have actually been times where I was like, today sucks. I hate today, I don't want to vlog. I turn it on, and I start like that. I say, guys, I'm in a crap mood today, and I'm going to tell you why. But I find myself like, my mood's increasing as I'm vlogging. It's almost like I'm talking to a friend. Like, I can't see you guys, but I know you're there. And it's weird, and it's like this psychological thing where like you're talking, and it's like, I found my mood improving, and then by the end I was like smiling.
Physiologically, like literally the chemicals in your body, just by sitting up straight and like breathing and talking and engaging, you're like, I actually feel better, right? Like, I feel different. So it's like almost science. Like, there is a definite change in how I feel now than when I did before I turned on the camera.
You guys heal us. You're like the Poca Center. We go in and you guys are nurse joy to us.
Vlog science. It's a new, get in, that'd be a degree? Vlog science?
Yes. Honestly, I think they should offer like straight up degrees in like YouTube.
They do.
Social
They do now.
Yeah,
They do?
there's a lot of new classes.
Because here's the thing, it's a legitimate business.
Yeah,
and to pretend like it's not is just silly because you don't need to work the 9 to 5. I did that. It sucks.
I have a question. do you ever, when you're vlogging, you say you're vlogging and you know that the people are there, do you ever like read comments as you're saying stuff? Like you're vlogging and you're saying something and you're like, I know that this comment is going to come because of what I'm saying right now. And like sometimes I'll be talking in my vlog and I'll be like, people are going to comment this way because of what I just said.
You make like disclaimers.
Yeah, and so as I'm vlogging, I'm like, I can tell what the comments are going to be by the way I'm talking now. And so I'll like feel self-conscious and I change it. And I don't like that. Sometimes I feel that way where I'm like, I don't like the comments that are going to come from this, so I'll put the camera down. Which I feel like is not healthy because you should share as much as you can. Maybe there's some stuff you don't share, but you have to decide. I just wondered if any of you have
Well,
that.
I usually, like, if I start, like, editing myself, then I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to do one take just saying how it is, and then I can cut around it. That's usually what I do, because after I'm just like, oh, that feels better. I don't like censoring myself.
Same. I usually find that if I record something a second time, I end up just not liking it because it's not genuine. So I generally put up whatever I'm sort of debating about, but like I said, people are pretty supportive though. Don't you find that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're more supportive when you're vulnerable. When you're like,
Yes.
here, okay, I'm sorry. Like when you try to like, you know, like deny what they're accusing you of, like the YouTube commenters are smart, right?
Yeah.
It's just hard. But when you're like, okay, then they're like, okay, it's okay, you're cool because you were honest.
Yeah. And also to go off what you were saying before about just sharing when you're having a bad day or whatnot, same thing. Is like when I share that I have a bad day and then I'm reading the comments, this is so corny and so cliche. You can imagine what I'm saying. It feels so good. Just like incredible.
Pick me up, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I needed to hear that.
Can we all share one story about, because I have a major story that like I love telling, because it actually, every time I tell it, it kind of makes me emotional, but has there ever been a time for you guys, and I'll tell my story, where someone's reached out to you and said like, you saved my life? Like a vlog, I just got chills a little bit, because I had multiple times where that's happened for me, and this one instance sticks out for me where I got a message on Facebook, this was years ago, and it was a soldier in Afghanistan, and he reached out to me and said, Matt, I'm out here in Afghanistan, and to be honest with you, the only thing that gets me through the day is watching your daily vlogs because it reminds me of home. And that was like, wow, that was powerful to me. Like I teared up when I heard that, because I was like, something that I'm doing just for fun is motivating somebody that's protecting a country. Like that's insane to me. And like you guys must have gotten messages too where people have said like, I was gonna do something, I found your vlog and I didn't do it. You know what I mean? Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, like, people know my drama in life. I was in a really dark place when I was like 18, 19. I didn't want to live anymore. And through sharing that story, I've gotten a lot of people who, have dealt with self-harm or suicide, depression, stuff like that. And like, just living your life, despite all the odds, despite what you've gone through, being an example, being like, hey, it does get better. I mean, it's still crappy sometimes, but you can still live your life to the fullest, and opportunities will still come your way. Living is valuable. I've gotten like a ton of messages. It's the best when I meet you guys in real life, and you tell me that story. It's so hard for me not to cry. I usually end up crying.
It's hard, right? Because it touches on a very human level for all of us.
I think it's really hard. It's hard for everyone on like a different level, but it's hard for me because like, I don't want to cry. Oh God.
You're good.
Yeah.
Rainbows and sunshine.
And you guys have saved me, and you continue to save me on my darkest days. Like when you tell me that I've done that for you, I get really emotional because I want to like cry and be like, you've done that for me. So I don't want to cry.
I saw that when Charles was vlogging his surgery, and because you think like that's definitely a reason to stop vlogging. I was recently listening to the Ear Biscuit podcast with Rhett and Lee.
So did I. I literally just listened to it.
And Rhett said, on the list of reasons to stop daily vlogging, open brain tumor head surgery is probably at the top of the list.
Yeah.
But I remember being there, and there were people that were going through that same scenario, same tumor, same surgery, which was shocking. 'Cause to me, I'm like, this is a rare thing, right? But there are people who are terrified of whatever's going on in their head, and they're scared. They don't know what's going on, but they can tune in and watch a dude who's having the exact same thing done. Like, what a tight-knit, listen, we both had our brains cut open, and we both did it at the same time, and I watched your videos while you did it. It gave me courage to do it when I went into surgery. So, That's transcending geographical barriers to like find these people. And anyways, it's
Wasn't that crazy? I thought he was gonna stop vlogging. I was like, whoa, this is where it ends. But he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and I was like, oh my god, that's
he's a
amazing.
robot.
Yeah, he's great.
They plugged him in backstage. He's low on battery.
Oh yeah, there's that guy.
Oh, those are not. So what's these? You're way too eager.
How about like on a little bit of a lighter note? Has anything really crazy ever happened to you like while you were vlogging? Like
Yes.
okay, go ahead.
The weirdest thing I think that's ever happened to me was, and this isn't like that bad, I'm sure you guys have way worse, but like, I remember when I first started vlogging, we were talking about the vlogging public thing, but like years ago, I remember I was outside my house, and I was vlogging, and two things happened. One, somebody actually knocked on my door one time. It was like, oh, I found your house. I'm like, okay, so don't vlog outside your house.
That's when I'm like, I found my shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, it's a 12 gauge.
Me no speak English. I know not present dollar. No, but the other thing was, I remember I was also vlogging outside my house one time. Just don't vlog outside your house. Bad idea. And I remember I looked up, and in the apartment building across the way, like 5 floors up, there was a girl just standing there in her window looking at me like this. And I was like, yeah, so
She's like, first.
yes, exactly.
Wouldn't you also
To
have
kill
been staring,
you.
though? If you didn't know what was going on, wouldn't you also have been staring at
It's just so creepy though, because it was like, I don't know, I felt uncomfortable as is. And this is just this girl, I remember she was like, I don't know, it's just staring at me like,
That woman in Black movie with Daniel Radcliffe. That woman in the window.
and I started thinking like, is she a fan? Like, did she discover?
Did you wave?
No, I was like, I just stopped recording. I was like, she was just staring me down. We were in this weird like time lock of like, who's gonna look away first? That's my story.
Wait, I think the craziest thing ever happened, or that ever happened when I was vlogging. I want to hear your story because
I'm
that.
trying to think. I got a lot of different. I'm trying to think of the
You
unique
think
one.
about it while I tell this one. We were trying to do backflips into a pool, and my cousin was like, he did it really well, but he kept getting really close to the edge, and I was vlogging, and he smacked the back of his head on like the side of the pool, and I was vlogging that. I just remember being like, oh my god, I hope he's okay, but also like, oh my god, I got that on film. This is amazing. That was
Was he okay? Is he okay?
He was totally
No, but the video got 3 million views. So.
And he's dead.
He was totally fine, but it was great.
CPM's paid for his headstone.
That's horrible.
No. Why did I say that out loud? I've had people come to my house and like have a folder of an essay of all the last year of vlogs. Like they wrote out like a summary. Today they went to Walmart and did this, and he showed up with like a binder that I could like flip through the days, like just a little recap if I wanted, you know? I want like, what did I do on this day? Oh, here's a paragraph. And he's like, I just thought you might want this. I'm like, I do not want that. That's why I put those on YouTube. Go away from here now. So yeah, you learn like where you're vlogging because people, I mean, you're smart, you guys, like, that's why I've done stuff.
There are boundaries for sure. Like a lot of people that watch us, like you feel, like we feel connected, like we're like a family. But there are boundaries. Like you should never go to someone's house. It's really weird.
We should bring that up because I've recently thought about that. Like, I think there is a healthy relationship to have with vloggers, and I think maybe it might be important to say that. Like, listen, even if you know my address, it's not okay to come to my house. Like, I've had people like just recently show up and like come up our road, like on Christmas Eve. This car full of kids was on a road trip. They thought, oh, let's stop at Shay's house, and they come up and they want to get a picture, and I'm like, and they're all eager, and they're not there to kill me. They just want a selfie, but I'm like, dude. And I told them, I said, listen, I'll take a picture with you guys. Don't post it on the internet. I don't want you to post like my house and stuff. I said, it's cool. Like you guys, thanks for watching my videos, but do not come here. Yeah. So like, there's definitely like a healthy relationship where it's like you gotta feel safe, right? You know, but
I don't know if I should say this. I moved to Toronto, and I was daily vlogging, and I was like, guys, look at the skyline. It's so cool. I was really excited. I live in a skyscraper now. And somebody pieced together through my vlogs, they triangulated exactly my building. Through Google, like you looking at the maps and being like, okay, so there's that building, he lives at exactly there. And I was like, oh my god.
That's what happened to us is I was vlogging while I left my house drove past a local business, they Google that local business. It's like he took a left, he took a right, he took a left. Here's where he lives. Here's your binder.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
And this is how you get raped at the mall.
By the way, are those cheats?
Well done.
You were here for the first of the panel. That might be a weird comment from Michael.
Welcome.
So we only have time for one more question and quick answers. So can you guys just share anything that's coming up on your channel that is going to be cool?
Yeah, I am going into production next week for our fall content, and we have a bunch of really fun, amazing things planned for October. A lot of cosplay. Yeah. Who's excited for Halloween? I'm like so pumped for it. Just a friendly reminder. Huh?
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, those two. Just a reminder, if you guys are ordering your costumes from any foreign website, you should order them now so they show up on time. I'm just being your girl for that, okay?
That's a cosplay tip right
That's
there.
a cosplay tip. But yeah, we just go all out for October. I mean, as a kid, I loved Halloween growing up, so like, and because I do cosplay, we're really just going for it this fall season. And we have a really amazing thing planned for December, which is 25 Days of Furry Christmas, where we give back to you guys every single day up until Christmas. It's gonna be the best. Like the
Good idea.
best.
Can I do that too, or would that?
25 Days of Furry Christmas?
Yeah.
As long as you call it that.
I won't. All right.
Just kidding.
I'm looking forward to that. That's a good idea. I'm working on a movie, the documentary, vlogumentary. We announced at VidCon that Morgan Spurlock and his production company out in New York, Warrior Poets, is helping us finish the film. We have to do some more interviews because a lot of stuff has happened with
I'm in
Charles.
it.
Yes.
I didn't
You want
even
to be in
know.
it more?
No, yeah. of
No?
course.
You want it out?
No,
Okay, I'll call Morgan.
I have
Hold on.
brown hair though.
Megan wants out.
No, I want in.
We're doing more pickup interviews. So that's 2016. Vlogumentary will be in theaters or on a mobile device near you. A book. I got an email on my phone right now that I was supposed to send a photo of me and Gavin for the cover of our book that will be out like shortly. So
Wow.
movie and a book, and then like I can just start vlogging again after that. I gotta get those two things done, and then I'll get more vlog stuff.
Wow, I don't know how to live up to that.
Yeah, what are you doing with your life?
Okay, well, you guys, maybe some of you see my dating series, but I'm working on making it into sort of like a higher production type of
Ooh,
show,
that's
but
good.
it's work, so I don't know, really, I can't give too much, but I'm excited because I think you guys are going to get a lot more from the guys and from me. It'll be good.
Nice.
I have a lot coming up. I just did a lot, actually. I just released 3 new series on my YouTube channel. One was called Myths You Still Believe. One is called, someone just say yes? Cool. Myths You Still Believe, Facts and 5 in a series called Santoro Live. I'm trying to take advantage of the live streaming capabilities of YouTube. So that's cool. And then I also have a book coming out, because no one's done that yet. So that's exciting. That's coming out next year. And yeah, it's just... yeah, I think that's it right now.
Well, I made a big announcement yesterday. I'll make it again because there's more of you here. They said, what are you working on? And everybody is working on books and series and all that. I am redecorating my dining room. It's going very well.
Amazing.
I am recently divorced. My dog has passed away, so I'm focused on my life. Wish me well. I have some new dance moves I'm going to be dropping on the dance floor